3. Let's do the countdown.
2020 is the year of disruption. Just when we were all gearing for the new decade, 2020 disrupted our plans big time. We saw our lives and everything else come to a halt. Institutions that we thought were invincible all came crashing in just a few months or even weeks. The coronavirus, the unseen enemy, has invaded our lives, breaking down everything that we held on to, everything that was precious to us. The lives that we had carefully built over the years were torn to pieces in just a snap of a finger. Uncertainty filled the air, panic drove our anxiety, while hopelessness pervaded our hearts. We wondered, what does tomorrow hold for us? Our lives may have been disrupted, but we are still standing nonetheless. This pandemic may have brought us to our knees, but it has also made us stronger than we have ever been. And it is paving the way for our transformation, because 2020 is the year of new beginnings. It is the year where the slate has been wiped clean so we can all have a fresh start. It is time that we let go of the old so we can move forward with the new. This is the year where we allow ourselves to transform into the best version of ourselves. This is the year where we transcend our limitations and go beyond borders. It is the time when Voice Acting Academy transcends boundaries and goes global with the Certified Voice Artist Program. Because 2020 is the year of co-creation. It is the time where we acknowledge that we are not living as islands, but rather are part of a greater whole. This is the year where we have to accept the need to collaborate in order to move forward. The time is ripe to finally cultivate a safe space for both aspiring and experienced voice artists, where they can be nurtured and guided to live their fullest potentials. It is the year where we finally cultivate a new global community that promotes a culture of giving, loving, and sharing, because 2020 is the year of becoming. It is the time that we recognize the greatness of our potentials and finally step up to our higher calling to become voice artists who use their God-given talents to inspire, influence, and empower. This is the year when the Voice Acting Academy becomes a global community of voice artists who will use their skills to make the world a better place, one voice at a time. Voice acting is the art of becoming. I become. I believe. I am. Learn voice artistry only from the best. Join the Certified Voice Artist Program and learn the fundamental skills required of a voice artist. Voice variations. The Voice Master's formula for creating character voices, personal branding, and so much more. Study and collaborate with a global community of like-minded voice artists committed to using their voices to create positive social change. Visit www.certifiedvoiceartist.com for more information and to register.
Good evening, Philippines and Korea. Great day, world. Tonight is the second episode of the newest online show here in VG8 Radio under Creative Voices Productions. And this is the flagship project of the Certified Voice Artist Batch 2. Here in Voices on the Spot, we will showcase the talents of our dear certified voice artists, be it in voice acting, dubbing voices from different genre, even radio drama, singing, dancing, or just simply having fun. That is to get to know more of what we do to encourage and to entertain you. We will also do our best for you to be energized and empowered through their simple stories. Because we want you, yes, you, to join us and become part of our growing family. Just remember, it's you, your talent, your skills, your voice here on Voices on the Spot. This is your main host, Sharon, also known as the Phoenix Heart, and it's time to call my two co-hosts for tonight. Let us all welcome our bubbly voice Esquire, Diane Rivera, and our talented voice chronicle act, Ton Morales.
And we are live.
Welcome to us. Mabuti naman.
Ayun na nga. Ano na?
Mabuti naman at present kayong dalawa ngayon, ha? On our pilot episode, we were accompanied by our two loyal Batch 2 members na both part din ng production team ng Voices on the Spot. Na kahit hindi pa prepared, alam mo yon, talagang always ready pa rin to give their time and love and support sa ating lahat. Kaya nga sila ang na-pull out natin as on-the-spot co-hosts last episode. So special thanks to Miss Carla, Mystic Voice, and Miss Girly, Voices of Women.
Yay! Alright!
Thank you so much sa pagsalo. Buti pa kayo. Sinalo kami. Maraming salamat. And again, we welcome you to the second episode of Voices on the Spot. And my name is Diane Rivera, your voice Esquire. And we have Ton Morales here.
Yes.
Yeah, kompleto
Voice
kami
Chronicle
ngayon.
Yeah. Akalain mo naman, di ba?
Anyway, maraming salamat ulit sa mga nanood sa atin last week. And as of today, for just a week, our pilot episode is almost 4,000 viewers na. Biruin niyo yun. Thank you sa lahat ng aming mga supporters. Comment,
Thanks.
share, love. And to everyone who did watch the show till the very end, thankful po kami sa inyo lahat. At kung nag-enjoy kayo last week, di ba pa-warm up pa lang natin to, Diane and Ton?
Ay, nako.
Of course,
Warm na warm.
every week. Yes, every week, syempre may nakabangan silang bago.
Correct. Sa sobrang daming voice artists around, we still have lots to offer for them to enjoy. Kaya wag nang mahiya. Join our Certified Voice Artist Program community. Tama ba, Diane and Ton?
Yes, and for that nga pala, di ba? Madaming aspiring voice artists out there and isa tayo doon sa mga yon na dati, months ago, ayan. Pero ngayon, we are now certified. So, ayan. Madami kaming mga kasamahan, yung mga voice artists sa aming batch na makikita nyo at magiging guest namin every week. So that is what you have to look forward to.
Tama. Yun. Tama talaga.
Yun, by the way, may tanong ako sa inyong dalawa. Na-experience nyo na ba yung cruising?
Cruising.
Ikaw, Miss Dan.
Wala crushing. Kasi cruising, hindi pa. Hindi pa. Kasi feeling ko yun pang mga maharlika ganyan. Pag mga ganon, mga bagay, dyan muna ako sa labas, sa dagat lang muna ako, dyan lang sa kabilang kapitbahay ko. Pero cruising, haven't experienced it yet. Kayo ba?
Ay, ako alam ko, ang na-experience kong cruising yung sa dadaan sa kabilang kalsada.
Crossing yun! Crossing!
Ay, naku.
Walig. Okay.
Crossing pala yun. Sorry naman.
Oo. Loko-loko talaga tong si Ton. Ewan ko ba?
Kasi naman si Kai, di sana siya yung seryoso sana. Kaya lang, ako'y napadaan laang naman. Gayon talaga.
Anyways, ladies, so start na natin na yung i-introduce natin yung episode, pero let's do that with a twist. What do you think? Introduce natin
Sure,
yung
go ahead.
episode with a song, maybe, Ton?
Wow,
And
talaga?
Diane?
Putik na with a song talaga?
Ako ha, saglit. Anong song? Hindi ako kumakanta
O siya.
sa inyo. Pero
Ton, simulan mo na.
In the count of, ano ba? Kakana ka na ba? O ha? Teka lang ha. O di sige, umpisahan ko na yung parteng, chorus. Mag-chorus na tayo. In the count of 3, chorus na. Okay?
Go.
1, 2, 3, and go. Take me to the magic of the moment on glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change.
Ayan.
Yeah!
Second
Yes.
finger na mo.
Alright.
Yes.
Now I can
All right.
myself a
So the music was created for something else, but in this episode, we will take you into the magic of the moment as we sail into the winds of change and as we brave the waves of life with our 2 featured guests. Coming up next here on
On the spot. All right.
Coming up, more fun and awesome conversations with our today's guest here on Voices on the Spot. Hi, I am Voice Chronicle X. I'm here to bring you some extra knowledge. Let's start. Number 1. A group of frogs is called an army. Number 2. A group of rhinos is called a crash. Number 3. A group of kangaroos is called a mob. Number 4. A group of whales is called a pod. Number 5. A group of geese is called a gaggle. Number 6. A group of owls is called a parliament. And number 7. A group of lions is called a pride or a coalition. That's it for this time. This is Voice Chronicle X. Until the next series of Extra Knowledge, fuel up your mind. You are watching Voices on the Spot.
And welcome back. Ramdam na ramdam ko ang excitement nyo na makilala ang taong to. Just to give you a clue, last episode he voiced the king, Mr. FPJ, in one of our segments wherein we showcase our voice mates talents.
Yes, and also he's from our batch. So super proud kami sa kanya. He is actually one of the top 5 CVAP performers as announced on General Assembly kasama ang iba pa naming mga kaboses.
And he's currently in Manila, but he has been all over the world. He plans to go back to work soon in the happiest place on earth, which is Disney Cruise Bahamas. We are very proud to present to you our Batch 2 member, our first guest, our limitless voice, Mr. Basil Fetil.
All right, welcome Sir Basil. Kumusta po? Ayan.
Hello, ma'am. Okay lang po. Okay naman. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here.
It is our pleasure to have you here, Sir Basil. na yun nga, nasabi namin kanina na si Sir Basil ay ka-batch namin. And ang dami kasi namin sa batch, but we are trying to communicate with each other, no, as often as we can. So, Sir Basil, kumusta po ang pandemic situation dyan sa area niyo?
Sa Las Piñas, okay lang po. Okay lang naman dito.
Okay na? Medyo
Nahihirapan
na?
mag-cope. Opo, okay naman. Opo, okay naman. Same as every other area, I think. And pag nakikita ko sa news, I think yung ibang part, pag nagkakaroon ng chance mag-drive, well, hindi as compliant as I expect them. Pero so far okay naman.
So far, okay naman. So, Sir, balita ko taga Naga, Kamsur ka. Uragon pala si Sir Basil.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Greet
Born
niyo naman po ang
sa-
mga ang mga Bicolandia na in your dialect.
Maray na banggi sa Indong Gabus. Naon ako din naman sa voices on the spot. Sana nagdadalan ka mo at sana mag-enjoy ka mo.
Thank you, sir. I know I read it myself and you really have a very inspiring story kasi sa work niyo pa nga talagang nag-start kayo from the bottom until you reach your position now. Can you tell us a little bit of your work background? Like, paano nga ba nag-start si Mr. Basil?
I was working since I was 16. I started and then I worked myself through college. Although nung nag-start ako naging crew ako sa Dunkin while I was working, and then I worked sa Toyota and then sa Honda, and then I tried my luck going abroad pero hindi siya nag-work, so I went back here, and then when my first daughter was born, sabi ko time na ulit mag-work abroad kasi parang hindi na siya sapat. Well, at least for what I want for my family. So then I tried my luck, nagtrabaho ako sa ship. But then again, wala naman akong connections. I just tried. Actually, nung kailangan mo nga kumuha ng seaman's book kasi for you to work on the ship, you have to. Pero ang hirap kumuha. Hindi siya biro. And then you have to go through a lot of trainings just to be on board sa ship. And then aside from that, I had to start from the lowest position kasi nga wala naman akong kakilala doon, and that's the only way kasi for you to apply for good positions you have to have ample experience. They're looking for ample experience. I think just to be a waiter you have to have at least 2 years experience. So saan ka naman kukuha nun? So but then again I was I think siguro yung manning agent na naawa siguro kasi kulit sa kanila, and then they offered me the lowest position that was available. Said I'll take it. So I started as a cleaner on board the ships, but then sabi ko siguro at least it's still better than what I will be getting from here, even though I was working sa Continental already. It was still different. It was like 4 times. I was gonna make 4 times, even though I was gonna start as a cleaner on board. So then sabi ko, pagdating doon, pakitaan ko na lang sila ng abilidad, and then show them what I know. And then when I was on board, habang doing my job, and then I kept looking around for positions that were available. So yun ang ginagawa ko. So and then luckily mahirap ang trabaho sa barko. It's very hard. Before I was there was an offer for anybody who want to volunteer na umuwi na. My contract was for I think 10 months if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, normally mga 9 or 10 months ang ang mga seafarer o nasa cruise ship talaga.
Now I think may control na sila. I think 6 months or I think 8 months the most. Pero before kasi I know before naglast pa nga ako ng 11 months eh. Kasi depende siguro sa company. Anyway, so in-avail ko yung early vacation, and then before ako umuwi, there was one position open sa office that needed computer knowledge and then finance and stuff. So I said, I'm applying for it. And then, okay, then tinanggap nila ako. But then, dahil may contract nga ako dito sa Pilipinas, so I have to go home. And then I told my agent na nag-apply ako on board. I think na-offend sila kasi I have to go through them and not apply directly. So, and then sabi nila, hindi ka matatanggap doon kasi hindi pwede yung ganon. So, after a week of being back here sa Pilipinas, the agent called me and he said, oh, tinanggap ka dun sa trabaho na ano. I don't know if he was mad kasi mali yung sinabi niya. But then again, sabi niya, gusto mo bang umalis? And I was just here a week. So I said, okay, aalis ako ulit. It was difficult kasi nga, you have to go again, you have to go back to the same. But then, it was different because I was going back to a different position. And then the people who I knew when I was there, gulat na gulat sila. Kasi may ang tawag kasi sa barko yung bara eh. So may bara ka na. So you're an officer already. So
Yeah.
gulat sila paano. And then there were talks already na, you know, how you manage to go to that position, jump dun sa sa position na yun. But then again, you just have to ignore kasi as long as alam mo wala ka naman tinatapakan and then wala ka naman, di ba, wala ka ginagawang mali. You were just doing and proving what you can do. So you just have to ignore them kahit ano yung sabihin nila. So yeah, I lasted for 3 years there. And then na bankrupt yung sadly na bankrupt yung company. It was a Greek-owned company. And then after staying here back home for a few months, the agent called me again, the same agent, and said, "There's a job with Disney. Do you want to apply?" I said, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." So yun, nilakad na lahat yung visas, and then they clarified, hindi yun sa barko, sabi niya sa island yun sa Bahamas. I said, okay, sabi ko, no problem. So,
So basically,
okay,
excuse me, Sir Basil. So basically, talagang from down below, no, from cleaner, talagang you're very persistent and focused to do what's best for you and your family rin. Kaya you're talagang naka-eye kayo sa mga possible opportunities, kaya na-reach nyo itong second line of work nyo dun sa previous company before Disney, right? And so that sa Disney, pero background nyo is accounting talaga, or you're an accountant by profession? By course nyo?
Marketing. Marketing.
Okay, sa Disney po tayo ngayon. So sa Disney, may excited ng mga tao, ano ba yung Disney Cruise Bahamas? So can you give us a little bit of snaps of stories about the Disney Cruise?
Yeah. Well, it's a remote island. It's a 1,000 acre big island owned by Disney. Sa lahat ng cruises, it has its own port. They built their own port there. It's lahat ng guests ng we have 4 ships: the Disney Fantasy, the Disney Magic, and the Disney Wonder, and the Disney Dream. Coming soon yung Disney Wish. Lahat ng cruise from Orlando, nagdumadaan part yun ng destination place yung Castaway Key sa Bahamas. They go to Nassau as well, tapos nagsisail sila sa iba, nagsisail din sila sa Europe. But then Castaway Key is one of the biggest part sa cruise ng nililook forward ng guests kasi when the ship docks sa Castaway Key, it's like they own their own island, and then characters are there. They show up every time. Nandun, you name it, nandun ang lahat ng characters ng Disney.
Grabe, parang ang saya-saya naman doon.
Oo nga. Being in the Disney Cruise pala, paano kayo napunta sa Certified Voice Artist Program?
Oh yeah, that would I would
Actually,
really like to know.
Yeah, I mean, siguro like everyone else dun sa workshop, no? Kasi when they were introducing themselves, nagulat ako na it was the first time that I actually felt na hindi pala ako mag-isa. Kasi, you know, I mean, I always imitated voices when I was a kid. And I always wondered, you know, like how it was to be a dubber, or if it was even a profession, you know. So I never really took it seriously. And then ito na nga, nangyari yung pandemic. So I said I opened up my closets of dreams na backlog. So and then I picked one and I said, okay, voice artist or voice over. And then I started digging up. So yun, nag-research ako na nag-research, and then I googled before heading back home. I googled kung meron dito.
Mm-mm.
And then Sir
Nakita
Cholo
niyo yun?
Gonzalez,
Yun na.
nakita ko. And then sabi ko, hindi, pahanap ako ulit, iba. Siya ulit.
So,
Puro
sir,
siya.
kaya puro siya. So, since nag-certified voice artist na kayo, Dayan, parang, di ba, may gusto tayong ipagawa kay sir? May pasample naman.
Actually, ang dami kong naiisip, no, na gusto kong ipagawa kay Sir Basil. Kaso lang, alam ko na hindi kaya yung duration ng show natin. Sa dami ba naman ng kayang ipakita. So, sa lahat ng mga viewers namin, we would just like to inform you na last week, again, siya yung boses niya yung sa FPJ, no? Kung napanood niyo yun, siya yun. And I was joking him last time. The first time he posted that on Facebook, I asked, I commented on the video. Sabi ko, sir, gusto kong makita kung paano mo yun ginagawa. Kung paano mo yun ginawa. So
Sige.
Sir Basil, since ako ang
Yes, ma'am.
naitokang kasama ni Sharon dito na i-interview ka, would it be okay na makita namin yung live nun? Like ngayon.
Sige.
Bigyan natin ng twist.
Opo.
Boses ni FPJ, pero kakanta siya. Kakanta ka.
Sure. Yan na lang, sige. Nagulat si Sir Basil.
Hindi.
Awesome!
Pasensya na kayo, hindi.
Ayan na, okay.
Okay. Pasensya na kayo, hindi ako handa eh. Kung natapos ko ang aking pag-aaral, di since na
Awesome!
mayroon na akong dangal. Sumusobra ka na. Balder ka ma. Pinuno mo ng salop. Dapat ka ng kalusin.
Sir, last question na to before tayo Very good. Wala ko si FPJ. Ako sana Sharon Cuneta eh. Ano ba yun? Sabi. Question. Ito na last. What would you like your family or the world to remember you? Ano yung legacy?
What I want people to remember me by. Siguro, you know, there's my mom when I was growing up. My mom always, it's not me that she's talking to, pero I always hear it like, you know, my uncles and my other relatives. Sabi nila, pag meron sasabihin ng mom ko about somebody, a guy, sasabihin, yan, marami siyang alam. He's the jack of all trades and master of none. So that kind of stuck to me. So siguro somewhat I want to be the same. I want to be remembered as somebody who knew a lot of things. But then hindi master of none. Siguro I can't master yung mga things na I'm doing, but I want to master the sharing part. Kasi I mean, like, you know, I've learned a lot of things through this lifetime, but then I want to be remembered as the person who is always willing to share, to help, and then always open for new things. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that, Sir Basil. But ito na ang pinaka-abangang question ng lahat. How can our future clients reach you? Meron pa. Would you like to share your social media accounts for easier, easier way for the possible clients to contact you in the future?
Yes, ma'am. Just look up. I have a website, ourlimitlessvoice.com, and then Facebook is the same. It's Our Limitless Voice. And then you can always email me at basil.certifiedvoiceartist@gmail.com. That's
Thank
about it.
you, Sir Basil. And
Alright.
ganda muna po kayo dahil makakaroon pa tayo ng mas challenging na segment. So, Diane?
And ayun nga. So again, thank you so much, Sir Basil. Alam ko hindi mo pa naman kami iiwan dahil babalikan mo naman kami mamaya. Medyo rest lang muna tayo dahil may aabangan pa ang ating mga viewers. At mamaya naman ay ayun nga. Ano ba? Okay, coming up next would be another interesting certified voice artist and seafarer din. So keep locked with us and don't miss the next interview after a quick break.
Magbabalik ang Voices on the Spot.
Voices on the Spot. We'll be right back.
いいですよ。じゃあ、まずは問題立って笑いが積みましょう。何回顔で見せてください。え？どうしてそうなるんですか？
俺にもわかる。
Okay, I'm blue, you're red, and we're both orange. You first.
I like your eyes, you look away when you pretend not to care.
我想做你的棉袄，你的手套，你的心跳。
O namimiss ko na ang iyong mga mata.
别祈祷我多耐心，请你等着瞧。Love you every minute, every second. Mahal kita, aking sinta. I love you.
You are watching Voices on the Spot.
Bulaga! Nagbabalik tayo ngayon sa Voices on the Spot. At ayun, nagulat din siya. Awesome!
At oo, nagulat ako. Bakit ako ang nandito? Okay, so we are back again.
Yay! Oo nga, ako din eh. Gulat din ako eh. Oh, ano na? Ang nangyari? Ay, kasi dadako na tayo sa ano, di ba? Sa ating second guest na ba? O...
Saan? Okay, so...
What?
Oo, tama.
Oh, tama naman eh. Ay, nasa program pa
so we would like to introduce our second guest. Our next guest is the most passionate seafarer you will ever meet. See, yes. When you hear this girl speak about cruise ships and adventures sa industry na yan, mapapaisip ka na lang talaga kung nasa tamang linya ka ba. Because this woman is the poster child for crewing. Really convincing. Wow. But I don't take my word for it, because you will get to hear that yourself. Alright? So bago pa, saglit lang bago pa tayo magtuloy-tuloy dyan, Ton, ako ay i-exit muna dahil na on the spot ako, Besh. Dapat si Sharon ang kasama mo. So magbabalik ako later kasama si Ton. So let's welcome our main host, Sharon.
Okay. Papasok na ngayon si Miss Sharon. Ayan na nga.
Natutulog. Sabi ko kayo, tanggalin mo yung shades mo. Tanggalin mo yung shades.
Hindi pwede.
Ang ganda ni Diane. Para na-swap mo tuloy. Ano ba yan? Anyway, we'll go with the next guest. Introduce mo na si Miss Tess.
Ayun na nga. Ang next guest natin, gaya ng nasabi ni Miss Dahil kanina na-initialize niya na our next guest is the most passionate seafarer you will ever meet. Grabe, when you hear this girl speak about cruise ships and the adventures sa industriya na yan, mapapaisip ka na talaga na nasa tamang linya ka ba? This woman is the poster child for the ship life. Really enticing and convincing. Well, parang gusto ko na din mag-apply kung hindi lang pandemic eh. But don't take my word for it because you will get to hear that yourself. So ang sinasabi natin, guest ay walang iba, kundi ang walang iba na si Miss Tess, The Voices, and me. Awesome!
Hi, Miss Tess.
Hello. Musta?
Yes.
Diretsuhin na
Yes.
natin. Anong naging epekto ng pandemic sa'yo at sa work niyo ba? Kumusta na ang mga COVID cases dyan sa lugar niyo?
Well, actually, sa totoo lang, nag-stop na ako ditong makialam. As in, hindi na talaga ako nag-update para maging positive vibes lang tayo. So, parang mga 2 or 3 months na ako hindi nakikibalita, sa totoo lang. Kasi parang ano siya, parang nakaka-depress when you know everything every day. So, parang good choice, own choice ko na wag mo nang makialam. Yung area ko lang. Pero syempre, pinagdadasal din natin na matapos lahat. Para hindi, nakakaano kasi yon, nakaka-depress.
So, since ayaw natin ng depressing moment dito, Miss Tess, parehas ni Mr. Basil kanina, nasa cruise line din kayo, diba?
Yes.
And na-appreciate nyo talaga yung adventure and travel. So, at some point in your life ba, na-realize mo na gusto mo talaga yung ginagawa mo as a seafarer?
Well, actually, this is just an accident. Pero lagi ko sinasabi, there's no accident. Pero yung pagka-ano ko before, I never thought na may ganitong klaseng trabaho. Kasi I was a reluctant teacher. Parang yung lahat ng ginagawa ko before, parang hindi ko gusto. And then I started writing down what I want in life. Yung kasi masyado akong organized. So, sinusulat ko yan. So, sabi ko, ganito dapat ang dream job ko. I still wanna be with kids, but I want to travel. I just wanna have fun. Dapat enjoy ko yung trabaho. And then, ang galing ni God magbiro. Pag hinamon mo si God, nasasabihin baka walang ganito, bibigyan ka niya. So, nakita ko exactly the same sa sinulat ko sa ads. Exactong-exacto. I think I kept it pa. Yun, nandun siya. Nandun lahat. Sabi ko, talaga. So, paano naman yun? Ang liit kong tao. Alam ko yung mga height, isa sa mga qualifications sa pag-apply. Pero, when God really appoints you on something, He makes way. So, napadpad ako.
Huwag natin gamitin yung maliit lang tayo, di ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo na kahit yung feeling natin na maliit, we always have our story to tell. Great stories nga that maybe a person out there can relate and can be inspired and can be motivated through you. And like you said, God reveals that na talaga sa'yo.
Yes. So yung travel talaga, yun ang talaga sa akin, nagdala sa akin kung saan ako ngayon. To be honest, dito lang ako sa work na to nagtagal. Kasi palipat-lipat ako. I was looking for something I can't figure out kung ano yun. So, lipat ako ng lipat. Kapag mahaba na yung 2 years for me sa work, madali ako maboard. But this one, parang swak na swak siya kasi almost 16 years na sa company. I was not that grateful noon. Dahil sa pandemic, na-check ko rin. Nagkaroon ng realization. So, we really need to be grateful. We have to be grateful. And, yun nga, na talagang gagawa si God ng paraan for you to be pruned.
Don, meron tayong di ba may pa-question tayo kay Miss Tess? Para medyo... May pa-question tayo
may nakalista naman dito, pero I think you're not mentioning about the mystery question, are you?
I'm asking for the mystery question para medyo Medyo
medyo
kalma si Miss Tess. May special or mystery question kami para sa'yo.
kalma ba
Ba't
o
kaya yan?
spicy?
Kailangan ko bang
I
kabahan?
think medyo parang, ewan, hindi ko alam. Pero ito na, ipapasok na natin ang
Okay, shake
mystery question!
Hala siya.
Ang tanong ko ay, kung manligaw ba ako sa inyo, may pag-asa ba?
So, narinig nyo ba ang tanong? Yun ang mystery question. Kung, ano yun? Yung sabi? Kung manliligaw ba ako sa inyo, may pag-asa ba? Pero hindi ako yun, ha? Ginaya ko lang yung boses.
May pag ganon.
Yes! Para sa yan.
So, assume nyo lang na siguro kakilala nyo yun or hindi. Pero nagtanong siya sa inyo ng ganon. Paano yung
Ano
sasagutin
po
niya?
yung sagot nyo? Miss Tess?
Kabado.
Ano ba? Kasi parang ang teenager lang yan eh. Amo yun? Diyos ko naman. May ligaw-ligaw pa ba?
Wala nang ligawan.
Kayang-kaya. Go, sagot
Wala
na.
nang ligawan.
Ganun.
Wala nang ligawan. Ganun na.
So, ako sabi ko sa nagtanong, okay lang daw. Wala na daw ligaw-ligaw. Ano na, pag nag-meet sila na. Pag nag-meet kayo na gano'n.
Ganon?
Kung mag-meet, yun.
Hindi yun, ha?
Kung.
Ako mag-meet. Pwede bang virtually meet up? Virtually eyeball?
Interesting.
Depende yan sa connection. Depende sa connection. Depende sa Wi-Fi.
Ayun. Yun lang nga.
So,
yun nga.
Balita ko Atawan, sige.
Okay, may ano lang naman, sa work experience mo siguro, how long have you been na sa shipping industry? Especially which aspect of it are you part of? Parang anong department ba kayo?
Well, hindi ko nga namalaya na ganito ako katagal. Actually, parang as what I was saying before na hindi ako ganun ka-grateful. So I was not that proud talaga na sabihin. Actually, ngayon lang. So, parang kaya nga sinabi kanina na the most passionate, natatawa ako kasi lately lang yan eh. Lately lang dumating sa life ko na na-appreciate ko pala yung ship life. Kaya importante talaga sa atin, magiging grateful, magiging, yun ang maganda talaga na may maliliit na bagay na marami tayong blessings, hindi lang natin ina-appreciate kasi we've been looking for something na wala sa atin. Hindi natin tinatanggap yung meron tayo ngayon. So, right now kasi, parang this is my very first time to say na naging proud ako. I cannot even say na yung meron kaming before sa work na pin na nakalagay dito, I am Carnival, I am ganyan. Parang hiyang-hiya ako. Parang, kasi pag tumagal ka na sa ship, parang iisipin mo, you don't know anything else to do with your life. Yan lang ba? Bakit? Lalo na pag dumadating yung mga bata-bata na. So parang, really? That long? Well, how did you manage to stay longer on the ship for this long? Don't you have anything else to do? Yung mga gano'n na mga tanong. So, yun nga, yung nag-keep sa akin sa work for 16 years is travel. Kasi talagang kinikilig ako sobra pagdating sa travel. Lalo na yung isipin mo yung travel for free, perk siya. You wake up the next day, iba na lugar mo. And you're talking to people na hindi mo alam matataas pala yung position nila sa buhay. Sa mga trabaho nila, they're really well-respected sa mga fields nila. At saka simple lang kayo makipag-usap. You're talking to guests like your friends. So, parang yun ang mga bagay na hindi ko na-experience dito sa Pinas. Kasi pag dito sa Pinas, manginginig ka muna, ma'am, sir. Yes po, sir. And on, they are trying to have the culture of calling each other by first name. First name.
That's it. And I am used to that din. Yan din ang aking linyahan because I've worked overseas talaga most of my life. Miss Tess, paano ka naman nakarating sa CVAP? At balita ko, favorite mo si Miss Toyang Ermitania.
Nag-iisang alam ko. Well,
Diba?
yun nga, pandemic. So, I was one of the first batch na nakauwi dito noong April. Siyempre, walang magawa. Nakaka-quarantine ako mag-isa. Sa tabing bahay lang din.
Oh.
So, Facebook ng Pocholo na yung Certified Voice Artist Program, batch 1. So, sabi ko, really? Sabi ko, ganyan ako lagi eh. Sabi ko, really Lord, may ganito pala? Tapos sabi ko, sige, hindi ko ito i-miss.
Yun.
Na-miss ko.
Pasok na pasok.
So, sumunod, Richard.
Yun. Mamaya na namin ipapagawa sa iyo yung pinaka-iconic at very favorite na character niyo, di ba? May pa-challenge pa tayo mamaya. Alam niyo, you brave yourself to be interviewed ng Voices on the Spot. We are so proud of you na. Okay? Very last question. What would you like your family or the world to remember you, or your son to remember you? What's your legacy?
Well, gusto kong what would I want to be remembered? Okay. Positivism. I want the world to know na no matter what we're going through in life, lalo na ngayong pandemic, we still find our ways to be happy. So we need to actually try to figure out na ang life is like sailing. Sometimes smooth, sometimes rough. Parang literal na nasa dagat ka. So not all the time smooth sailing in life, but you have to be there. Laging may storms, hindi mo mapipigilan yung storm na dadating sa buhay mo. Pero ang importante doon, hindi tatagal yung storm. Matatapos siya and you really have to stand up once again.
All right.
Ganun.
Thank you so much, for that very uplifting story of you. So, dyan lang muna po kayo. Okay, Miss Tess? Mamaya makikita pa namin kayo. And you think, guys, you've heard enough? Hindi pa dyan, Ton, di ba?
Yes.
Marami pa tayong kapulo kasi you will see more of Basil and Tess sa pagbabalik ng Voices on the Spot.
Voices on the Spot. We'll be right back. You are watching Voices on the Spot.
Ayun! Ay, si Miss Tess. Hello, Miss Tess.
Hello! On air na ba?
Hi, Tess. Oo.
Hello.
Di ba na on the spot?
On the
Totoo
spot.
na to na kami na talaga ni Ton ang magkasama.
Sige.
O, linawin mo.
Oo,
Linawin mo. Yan.
Dapat talaga nililinaw. Kasi pag hindi
Oo.
malinaw, walang pupuntahan.
Hugutin mo.
Ganon.
Malabo
Yes.
siya.
Malabo talaga.
Malabo
Parang
siya,
long.
Luzdi.
Hmm.
Parang ganun.
Asan na ba
Ayun
tayo? Naliligaw na ako.
Okay, so again, we are back and we will do the spin a challenge. Yes, a challenge on the spot.
Wow.
Dalawa kami nito dito. Oo. Kinabahan si
Mhm.
Tita.
Pick a challenge
Ano ba yun?
na.
Kailangan ko
Naku po.
bang?
Matindi to.
Ala.
Matindi to mga to. Dahil narito na
Naku,
ang
patay
ating
tayo dyan.
roleta
Roleta.
ng kagandahan.
Yan.
Ba't ako una?
Yan
Di ba
na.
dapat si Sir Vasil?
Secret. Mamaya siya.
Bakit ikaw ang una, Miss Tess? Bakit hindi?
Oo nga.
Bakit hindi?
Why not?
Okay naman.
Ay!
Pero
Okay,
I think, yes.
So, sige, kananan natin tong spin. Okay? So, ready na? Eto na. Mamaya, ipapasok natin si Sir Basil para makapag-challenge din siya. Kaya, standby ka lang dyan, Sir Basil. At, asan ka ba? Ayun. Medyo,
Ayan na, Sir Basil.
ayan na. Papasok ko na si Sir Basil.
Yes, me.
Pero sa challenge na to, si Miss Tess muna ang unahin natin. Okay?
Tagal na, Ruleta.
Kasi ladies first.
Move on. Okay.
Move on din.
Ladies' choice.
Pasensya na Sir
Ladies
Basil,
choice.
pero
Ganun eh.
wala kang lusot.
Ano yan?
Ayan, matatapos na bukas.
Balik na po tayo bukas at doon
Ayan na nga!
challenge.
Ano nga ba?
Oh my gosh!
Nako.
So, dahil
Eto
dito
na.
po, okay, Ton, no? Sir
Yes.
Basil and
Pwede parang ulit.
Tess. TikTok challenge, meron kaming TikTok videos, no? Where you will
Yes.
do a live TikTok challenge. So, gagawin nyo. Ipi-play muna namin, tama ba? Ipi-play natin ang videos and they will do it themselves. Tama?
Actually, ipi-play muna natin and then they will be the ones to do it themselves. Kasi since si Miss Tess ang una nating nairuleta, siya muna ang gagawa.
Alright,
Okay.
so let's watch
Paano kaya ko?
Kaya.
Voice over challenge. Let's do an IVR, which stands for Interactive Voice Response, or simply the voice we hear every time we call a hotline number. Let's try Heartbroken Hotline. Hi, thank you for calling Heartbroken Hotline. If you are not the only one, press 1. To report a two-timer, press 2. For third party, press 3. If you have a happy love life, then what are you doing here? Please hang up and never call us again. Thank you. Your turn.
Yan. So nakita natin yung challenge. Ayan. For Miss Tess, ikaw ang gagawa. At pasensya na kung yung ating what you call this. Ito ay first part lang nung dialogue. So sabihin mo lang imo-monitor ko na lang pag natapos mo na yung linya. And then tsaka ko ilalabas yung second part, okay?
Yeah.
Teka lang. Lipat ko lang para matakpan ako. Ha ha ha. Okay, so ready ka na, Miss Tess?
Okay na? Okay na?
Okay, tira, Miss Tess.
Okay. Hi. Thank you for calling Heartbroken Hotline. If you're not the only one, press 1. To report a two-timer, press 2. For third party, press 3. If you have a happy love life, then what are you doing here? Please hang up and never call us again.
Matindihan talaga.
Matindihan din yung line. Di ba?
Oo.
If you're not
Bagay na bagay talaga sa nga hugutan. So, isasalang na rin na ba natin since TikTok naman ang na-challenge kanina sa ruleta, i-TikTok na rin natin si Sir Basil para fair. Di ba?
Yun.
Oh, yeah, because we will see the other side of Sir Basil dito naman.
Yes, ito na. So, ito naman, Sir Basil, ang TikTok challenge para sa inyo. Para isang ruleta, yari kayong dalawa. Ganun lang yun. Okay? So, i-roll ko na.
What's the name? Sintomas ng sipon is my game! Runny nose! Maradong ilong! Bahing!
Naalala niyo pa ba ang commercial na yan? Voice acting challenge tayo. So, sisimulan ko, duet me, at ito ay voice acting challenge. Okay, game ka na ba? Okay, ako muna. Siponyo is the name. Simptomas na sipon is my game. Runny nose, baladong ilong, bahing, Ikaw naman.
Okay, so ayan na nga. Ikaw naman, Sir Basil. Ito ngayon ang iyong linya para guide mo na rin. Ayos? So, take it away, Sir Base.
Sipon is the name. St. Thomas is upon is my game. Runny nose, baradong ilong. Bahing!
Pasok na pasok. Talaga naman. Husay. Yakang-yaka.
Sir Basil, ito ako yung Sir Basil. Ongoing yung ginagawa niyang character impression. Ang ganda talaga. Tapos after nun, balik na siya sa normal. Akala mo plinansya yung mukha niya. Na parang, tapos na ako. Parang gano'n. Oo.
Gayon na nga. So,
Very serious kasi. Oo, tama.
So, Miss Dian, roroleta pa tayo.
Isa
Pwede
pa ba?
pa isa. Sige,
Okay,
kakarin pa
isa
natin ang
pa.
ruleta yan. Teka lang, ipasok muna natin ang mahiwagang ruleta. Ha, ha, ha.
This time si Sir, si Sir Basil ang mauna.
Yes, tama. So, I believe nakikita na yung ruleta. Daming kiniklik dito. So, eto na, spin na natin para matapos na ang pagkakaikot niya bukas. Hindi, joke lang. Medyo
Kanta
ano
muna tayo. Oo. Alam mo, pag tricycle to, mas mabilis pa yung takbo ko. Bababa akong tricycle. So, unahan ko pa siya. Oo.
Oo nga eh. Ewan ko ba? Nung tinesting ko kanina, ang bilis naman. Kaya lang, pag sineshare talaga, medyo, di pa.
Alam mo,
Mamaya,
may mga
bigla na lang.
bagay talaga.
Ano nga siya?
May mga bagay talaga na akala mo okay, pero hindi pala.
Yun na nga eh. Talagang,
Okay, at nagbabalik
sige.
po ang...
Voices!
Ano ba to?
Oh, okay.
Bumibilis
Ayun na, malapit na yan. Bilis!
Okay,
May timer,
Voice
bilis!
Master Show na po. Oo.
Oo nga. Teka, ano na ba?
Okay.
Itigil mo na. Ipili mo na. Pasok. Bilis! Yan na! Ayun!
Okay
Ay,
na?
nako. Pumasok din. Pabibuhan challenge naman daw.
Challenge. So, Ton, dito sa Pabibuhan Challenge, familiar naman tayo sa ibang challenges. Pero kaya, kapag ang natapat sa inyo ang Pabibo Challenge, ano ang dapat nilang gawin? Dito, magbibigay kami ng category sa pabilisan sa pagsagot ng ating mga challenger. Ang wala lang maisagot in 5 counts, walang point. So, best of 3 ito. Kaya good luck sa may mabagal na internet connection dyan.
So Miss Diane, since mabilis ka naman magsalita, ikaw na magpasok ng mga katanungan.
Alam mo, rapper kasi ako. Diba? Nakita mo ba yung rap ko? Anyway. So,
Yan na nga.
so let's do this. Let's
Go!
do this, everyone. Okay, so again, best of 3 ito, ha? So, ang mga pagkain or mga luto, luto, ulam, mga ganyan, na nagsisimula sa letter S. Go!
S?
S. S for Sam. S for sana siya
Luto or
na.
pagkain?
Luto. Yung luto.
Na,
luto,
sino kayo mauuna? Sino kayo
1, 2,
mauuna?
3, go!
Spaghetti.
Sinigang
Okay,
na.
Miss Tess, 1 point. Okay.
Nauna si Miss Tess. So 1 point na si Miss
Mabagal
Tess.
yung connection ko. Okay.
Isa-isang tanong lang para baka
Okay,
mabigla.
so nauna si Miss Tess. Alright, next. Magbigay ng hayop. Pwera yung ex mo, ha? Na nagsisimula sa letter.
Ikaw
Sa letter
pinasok mo
D.
Letter
D.
D. D or
As
D?
in daga.
Daga. Dog.
Ha?
Ano sabi ni Sir Basil? Parang may narinig ako sa kay Sir Basil kanina. Nauna siya.
Ano yung sinabi mo, Sir Base?
Dog po.
Dog.
Ay, ba talaga?
Okay, so 1-1.
Okay, 1-1.
Alright, 1-1 last.
Alright.
Ang saya lang.
Ano ba? Yung palakpak mo.
Okay, pasok mo. Ano, sasabihin mo pa ba?
Last na to,
O
ha?
ano?
Magbigay
Okay, go.
ng kahit na anong clothing brand na nagsisimula sa letter N. N for Nancy.
Naf-naf.
Nautica.
Uy, pasok si Pasok si Sir Base. So 2-1 na. Tama?
Tama, 2-1.
2-1.
Oo,
So,
at
go. Go,
last,
Miss Leanne.
teka na, alam mo, nauubusan na ako ng pahula dito, ha? Okay.
Kaya mo yan.
Oo, on the spot ako. Ako pala naka-assign dito. Okay, magbigay ng title ng song na nagsisimula. Diba? Okay, magbigay ng magbigay na lang ng kulay na nagsisimula sa letter G.
Green.
Great. Tapos na. Siyempre, tapos na. Si Sir Basil na ang nanalo.
Sir Basil ba na
Green,
una?
sabi ko,
Yes.
green.
Parang hindi ko si Miss Tess.
Sabi ko, green una.
Internet connection.
Okay.
Test, ano?
Well,
Sige,
so
last
anyways,
na. Ano ba?
dahil tie sila, panalo sila na dalawa. Yay! Yay! Alright!
Alright!
Ayun,
Di ba
panalo sila dalawa.
ewan ko.
Buti na lang, kasi may consequence sana kung may matatalo. So, since panalo kayong dalawa, walang consequence! Alright!
Yung co-host ko.
Ayun.
Ano ba? Tapos na. At dahil
Ano
tapos
daw?
na ating mga challenges para sa ating mga guest for today or tonight, sana nag-enjoy po kayo, Miss Tess and Sir Basil. Nag-enjoy po ba kayo kahit papano? Nag-enjoy po ba kayo?
Masaya lang.
Opo, sana
Nakakatuwa.
nag-enjoy din yung mga nanonood.
Yes, of course, for sure. At dahil dyan, we would like to thank you again for taking the time to be here in our show, Voices on the Spot. So tawagin na natin ang ating main host, Sharon.
Yes, alright. Alright.
Anything else that you would like to promote, Miss Tess? Or maybe would like to hear the Toyang Ermitanya. I gusto ko talaga marinig yun eh. Kahit very few lang, 10 seconds lang.
Okay. Ilonggo version na para bahala na kayong sige. Okay. Ako si Tuyang Ermitanya. Nagkapuyo ako sa isa kakweba. Siling nila aswang ako. Pero hindi na matuod. Siling paginsang iban, buang ako.
Pusay talaga eh. Pusay eh.
Thank you so much, Miss Tess and Sir Basil. Ayun na nga. Thank you so much, guys, for staying until this very moment. And we are almost at the end of our program.
Misha, actually, meron ka pang ipa-plug actually. Ilalagay ko sa screen, ipa-plug natin.
Later. I will
later
give the message of the day muna.
Okay, go. Sige.
Hindi ka nagbabasa.
Well,
So, na yun. Okay, guys. Thank you again, Miss Tess and Miss Basil.
Kasi he's busy. Ayan, go!
Sail into the wind of change, brave the waves of life. Pareho silang namulat ng maaga sa hamon ng buhay, pero until now, matibay at nakikipagsapalaran pa rin because of their family and because of their willingness to do their passion. Rather than asking question of what if, our guests change their mindset into why not? The chance to be able to share and pass on the skills and knowledge they acquired through their respective experiences to the next generation made them realize and believe on what best they can do in the present times. Both are very well-rounded people, and yun nga, they only want to have simple pleasures and taking the best adventure of their lives. And here in our show, their great stories of modest people were untold. Things impossible become possible because of their determination, perseverance, and focus to what's important and to what makes them happy, but with a purpose. They reminded us to just bring the lessons of the past and continuously move forward to the best future ahead. And of course, to be humble and to always be grateful on what we have. That's our episode message of the day. Basil and Miss Tess. Okay, Ton.
Yes! So, yun nga. Paki-plug natin ang tungkol sa VG8. Ilalagay ko na sa screen ngayon. Yan, yung basic live streaming and vlogging webinar with Sir Raymar Peña, Raymar TV, and Richard Abalos, the Rick Matthews sa October 11 and 18, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Contact lang sila at Richard at creativevoices.com 0917-3251-049 para sa telephone number. At Miss Dayan for the voice acting artistry in the bit of the, sa Voices Con.
Of course. Siyempre, sana po, bago po ang lahat, sana patuloy kayong sumubaybay at sumuporta ng galing ng mga Pinoy. Kaya naman, enroll na sa Certified Voice Artist Program, CVAP Batch 4, and that will start on November 7, 2020. Please visit certifiedvoiceartist.com for more information.
At yun na. Yun ang maraming salamat. Miss Sharon?
And yes, meron pa tayong voice acting industry, Voices Con 2020 on Voices Creative Online Network sa October 25, which was mentioned earlier. And this has been your host. Thank you so much, Voice Esquire Dayan and Voice Chronicle X for being here in our episode. This is Sharon, also known as the Phoenix Heart, reminding you to watch every Saturday night from 6 to 7 p.m. Philippine time. And always remember, it's you, your talent, your skills, your voice here on
Voices on the Spot.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for back.
Good night, everyone.
We are the voices. We are great voices. We are the voices. We make people happy. We are the voices. We are CVAP family. We are free. We are CVAP family. We are